everybody. Since we are focusing now on business and expansion and empowerment, how wonderful to have the privilege to talk about one lady's journey into her world of expansion. So if we can have everybody's attention, I will zip you through Sima's adventure of her life. She wears many hats. One of my favorite musicals that I saw in America was Joseph and his multicolored coat. And I immediately, when I met Sima, I thought of that because she's full of color. She's all of you who know her. Always have seen her wearing reds and pinks, a lot of them. And when I first met Sima, I was very fascinated because she stood out in a crowd. I had the privilege of talking to her about 10 days ago, and I found that for her, it wasn't just a coincidence that she was standing out of a crowd. For her, color played a very important step in making her the woman, the lady, the entrepreneur that she is today. So hi, Sima. Wonderful to meet you. I've always been attracted by your amazing colors. And before we get into how you've expanded everything into this exciting business, let's first start with your love of color. Unlike me, I'm always wearing black and white, and I was so stuck last night when Chaitali said you have to wear red. I said, oh my God, I don't have it, and I found this little old dress lying around somewhere, picked it up, sent her a photograph, and she said, I approve. So here we are, this lovely, beautiful, colorful entrepreneur. Sima, it's a privilege talking to you about your adventure. Let's start with your passion for color.
My. Thank you so much, Sharon. That was wonderful. And good evening, everybody.
Little louder.
I hope you all are having a wonderful time. Yeah? Yeah? Yeah. Okay, to start off, there was a session saying that I am not going to quit. We had a session just before mine, and regarding that, I would like to say that I never quit. So that is why I have many hats, many feathers in my hat. And one of the last one which I have achieved, and I proudly say that I have won the Mrs. International Beauty Pageant, which happened in Dubai. And that is my picture where I'm getting the crown in Dubai this year, 15th of June. And there'll be another global international pageant where I'll be taking part because I won this. That's going to happen in Istanbul, and it's going to happen in September. So I need all your wishes. So that's why I say you never quit, no matter what happens, no matter what is there in your life, what obstacles there is, never ever quit. You might quit the way, the method, but never quit your journey. Always, there is something or the other open for you. Yeah? Okay, now coming to
Sharon. So, Sima, going back, I'm very fascinated by you winning that title. But let's go back to what started it all. Ever since you were a child, what is your most vivid memory?
ऐसे तो nothing in particular, but yeah, I just went on living as my life took me. Everything just fell on my lap. What all fell on my lap is something what I continued, and I paid attention to it. I was dedicated to it. I said, chalo, yehi sahi karenge. There is some kind of, God has something for you in this, so better let's do that. So that's how it happened. I started with painting. I was 7 years old when my mom put me into painting classes, and that's where I fell in love with the colors. So today, because of that, as an image consultant, I very well work with a color palette, which I say, you own it by birth. There is a color palette. There is a few colors which are your favorable colors. So if you get introduced to that color palette and use those colors, I tell you, you are going to rock the event. From far itself, people will recognize you. There will be, a aura which you will be sending out. You will be attracting people to come. Like, they come talk to you. They come give you compliment. Why? Because your aura is such. You have played with the best colors of your personality. So this is something which I think everybody should, get to know their favorable colors. Yeah?
So what are your favorable colors, Sima?
It's all red and pink, if you see.
I can see that. Yes, yes, yes. So I'm very fascinated at looking at colors as a business. Let's talk about your business prospects in a country. Would you say that people are motivated by by tweaking their colors to enhance their business? That's one advantage of colors. The other is just colors bring you luck. Can we have a little bit of silence in that corner? Someone is talking a lot in that corner and I can't hear myself. Behind that door. Can they just... Okay, so we were talking about how important is the role of colors in all our lives.
Just imagine the whole world black and white. Can you? You can't. So everything has colors. And what is color? Color is the vibration. It is that vibration which falls in your eye, right? The retina, the back part of the retina, and it reflects back. So that is what it is. So like when you are born with a particular hair color, particular eye color, your skin tone, your undertone. So all these put together are your hue. Now when I analyze, I take this hue, and then from this hue, I remove your shades, your tints and tones. So that forms your color palette. Now your color palette has to be mixed with your vibration, with your aura. So when they merge together, the result of that is something which is most favorable. You can never ever go wrong with your colors.
So I want to ask you a question. I mean, I've heard about this. I haven't actually tried it. But, somebody will say, oh, you're going for this meeting. Please wear a green scarf. Or it's Monday, so wear red. On Tuesday. Is there any logic to that, Sima?
No, that is, again, see, colors a lot of people are using in a form of healing also. But what I am talking is your personality. Okay. Like when I'm talking about your hue color, the colors which you are already born with it. I take those hue, and then from that, your tints, shades, and tones are come out. So when you get that, your foundation, you get the exact foundation shade for your skin undertone, and then you come to know whether silver is favorable or whether gold is favorable to you. So there is a touch of glare in whatever you wear. If silver is your favorable, you get a glare out of in your personality, which is again attracting to a lot of people. And when you attract people, you get compliments. And when you get compliment, your day is done. So your performance is good. Your mood is lighten up. See from where to where it goes.
Absolutely.
So when you're performing good, obviously you're going to be there. Your success is at your feet,
So I want to fall off the grid a bit on this. You have so many awards and credentials. You also, with colors, and we will go back to colors and image enhancement, you also studied Vastu and you studied numerology. So I am saying, are these separate things, or can we link colors with Vastu, numerology to, after all, what is life? Life is all about manifesting to our maximum potential. So would you say that Vastu and numerology would play a part and then combine it with the colors? Because I think then we'll be all standing for, to meet you and have a session with you.
You never know, yeah.
So...
Yeah, no, what I have done is, see, as an image consultant, I work outside, right? But what happens is the environment also gives a great impact on one's lifestyle. and the environment could be your home. In your home, if there is full of negativity or there is some corner which is not comfortable, where you are not comfortable, so there is some kind of negativity happening over there. So I try to do the alteration over there. Vastu is something which I have blended into my image consultant, because
So how does Vastu link with your colors?
Again,
Sorry, image consultancy.
Yeah, image consultant is outer rectification and Vastu is inner rectification. So, when you are happy from inside, the inner glow that nobody can beat, nor your shading or nor anything else. Even though
do you consult with what are the blocks inside them? I mean,
yes,
do you do that as well?
This happened during the COVID time because there were a lot of people who really needed help. So that's when I went into numerology, I went into Astro Vastu. Then there is something called Astro Vastu. There's something called like Astro Medical also. So
Okay.
there are certain food that you need to, again, change to keep you happy from inside.
And you are able to do that if
Yes.
when somebody comes to you for a
Yes.
consultancy?
Yes.
So that, ladies, is very interesting. Gentlemen too. Astro Vastu, that's
Yeah.
interesting. What is that?
If I may say something, there's one more thing. Like when I'm talking about my experience. Like everybody knows that north, south, east, and west is the direction where people usually follow, and you have sunset, sunrise, and North Kuber, and all that is there, right? Getting more detailing into that is something what I did during my COVID time, and there was something green color in the north direction of one of my client in a house, and that green color was very obstacle, and it was like not, letting things happen peacefully in the house. I just had to change that. I had to change that green color from north direction to another direction. And the very minute, as soon as that green color was not there, it was all disappeared, things started changing, which was even surprising to me also.
Wow. Give us
It's like
another
that.
example. Oh my God, I'm hooked. So you changed, you tweaked that.
Yes.
Can
So,
you give us
as-
another example?
Yeah, there was another a friend of mine, and with great difficulty, she sent her son to USA, and something went wrong in USA, and he was coming back, and she didn't wanted him to come back. And I saw her Vastu, I analyzes her chart, Vagar, and all that. It takes 3 to 4 days to read the whole thing, And when I did that, I found something orange, orange is something there in one of the direction, And I told her, ki in this direction, there is an orange color which has to be removed. She went home, she checked it, she checked and checked and checked. She couldn't find any orange color. When I went to her house, there was a cabinet on top, on the loft. I made her remove that. She opened it, and there was a bag where she had kept a lot of plastics. You carry bags. When you do shopping, you collect them and then you use them later. You won't believe, trust me, in one of the shopping bag, there was orange color, and that was placed in that direction.
Oh my God, I'm getting hyper
I
here.
removed that, and the very next day, the son is calling and saying, "Ki, Mama, everything is fine, I'm not coming."
Actually, you're free tomorrow. I want to make an appointment.
You're most
Sima,
welcome.
I've always been fascinated by numerology. I mean, the fact that you have combined it with Vastu and then linked it to the aura of color is, I mean, it would take me years to try and, get into the science of that. But how important is numerology?
See, for me, again, when I get a client, when I see that there's a lot of, she's messed up in her life, So that's where I go into these things. Because these things, now numerology, when I say you are born on particular date, that is given by God. It is there. So that's supposed to be your lucky numbers. Because you are born on that day. Okay. And that also, if you read numerology, it tells you what the purpose is yours if you have taken birth in this life. Okay. So what happens, how human are, ye lalach, ye karna hai, wo karna hai. So you get drifted away with the purpose of what you are supposed to do. So I remove from, that secret is removed from your numbers. Yeah?
How do you do that?
There is some calculations and all that to be done, and I remove that and I tell you, okay, this is what you are doing. You're not supposed to do this. You're supposed to do this. This is your calling. So you need to change your lifestyle, change your mental thinking, mindset, whatever it is, and get into this. So there are some clients, I mean, some friends, I mean, people who are my clients, they listen to me and they do that, and today they have seen changes. There are some clients who don't listen to me and they are still struggling with it. Yeah?
I think this is incredible,
Yeah,
incredible.
because see, numbers is something which you cannot change. It is given by God. So there also, like, there is this lady, one of my friend in my building. She used to have major problem at the dinner table. The husband was in the textile industry. She had 2 sons. The first son obediently followed the father in his textile business. The second son didn't want to follow the father in the textile business. But what he wanted to do was what even he didn't knew. And the mother came for an image consultancy for me, and I did hers. And still then she was not happy. Again, there was this... tension on her face where I could read it, and I told her, what is the problem like, Then she said, every night there is a, there is a conflict on the dining table between my son and my husband. I don't know what to do. I said, okay, give me your son's date of birth. And from there, I found out what profession he's supposed to be in. What would be his favorable profession, which was connected, what I found out was it was connected with the bhumi. Bhumi could be agriculture, bhumi could be your real estate. And real estate, apparently one of the uncle was into real estate, and he used to gel very well with that real estate uncle. And when I told his mother that try him and see that he goes there, maybe it is to do with real estate. Then she said, yeah, every time he's sitting and talking about, ye flat bika, itna square feet hai, carpet area itna hai, ye hai, wo hai karke. And we used to tell him, why are you talking like that? You pay attention to your father's business, ye market mein, ye fashion hai, ye kapda hai, and all that. So I said, no, this is what the sign is given to you. There is a sign that you need to, observe it. Like, God always gives some kind of symbol, some kind of signal also that you need to observe and you need to follow that. So when I told this to her, she went back home, she told her husband, and then he said, okay, for 15 days, we let him go there. Okay. Now, in that 15 days, it's been 2.5 years now. He's still with his uncle and doing very well in real estate.
Wonderful. So one question more there's so much that I want to ask you, but we're running out of time. And then I'm also going to ask the ladies whether they'd like to, ladies and gentlemen, whether they'd like to ask you a couple of questions. We'll reserve about 1.5 minutes for that. Lastly, you're a very renowned image consultant, and your degrees are they'll fill the Britannia Encyclopedia. But having said that, what is image consultancy a career that people are after? How important is image consultancy in India? The question that I want to ask you is image consultancy important?
It's very, very important, because if you don't want to lead an average life, if you don't want an average lifestyle, if you want the quantum leap, you need to hire image consultant, because image consultant covers your personality, your branding, your etiquette, your color analysis, and image consultant people are everywhere. Whether you're getting married, I can help the bride and the groom also. For 1 year, the lady is sorted with her wardrobe. Because when you are newly wedded, the attention is all on you. And you have responsibility to take care of the house because you have come to a new house. And plus, you have to look good. So looking good maybe take 15 minutes and maybe half an hour. But then when you hire image consultant, you will take only 5 minutes to look good,
Wow.
Imagine. Then mothers to be. These days, mothers to be, they don't know what to be eaten, how to, how the lifestyle should be. Image consultant, they can help. Then we have student program also. How the students, like, when tomorrow if they have to go for interview or if they have to go, they have to travel abroad, what are the etiquettes they're supposed to, imbibe in. And then we have branding, like anybody, any a business person who wants to brand themselves or brand their product, how it should be done. So image consultant is everywhere.
So that, on that note, I can't sort of drive this point, more forcefully than I can. Image consultancy, you are what you look like. First impressions are absolutely crucial. And to create an impact wherever you go, I always say, while you're looking at the competition, how is the competition looking at you? So having said that, we can offer 2 questions maybe from the house if somebody wants to ask something. Please.
Yeah,
Seema, can I just tweak that? Actually, I think the thing that whatever I've been interacting with Seema also, saying if you have lost time, waqt guzar gaya to we can't do anything. Can you fix it if we've lost the time? Yeah, exactly. Is it fixable now?
By the time, when we come to any alteration or any tweaking, so we definitely would have lost a lot of time. So I'm talking about the timing, the divine timing, that we have got it as some consultant or some expert to get guidance. So,
see, I'll tell you something. Destiny is in your hand. Okay? Now, by the time you realize, see, you must have felt a lot of uncomfortable moments in your life, right? And still you are in tension ki, what am I doing? Where am I? Should I go this? Should I do? मतलब आपका पास ना वो सारे thoughts running होते हैं दिमाग में, right? Now, after मान लो, if you take consultancy from me and you come to know and all, उसके बाद, it all depends on you, whether you take small leap or whether you take big leap. It all depends on you, how you do. If you have taken big leap, then the time which you have lost is overcome, right? So that is why, what happened is, I don't know if a lot of people are going to agree with me or no, but this is what my experience is like. You lose a lot of people at the age of 25, 44, you don't know. Why? Because unka khatam ho gaya hai. They've already reached their calling. I lost my brother at the age of 44. He's younger to me, and he's left a 3.5-year-old son behind. Now, we don't know what that son's destiny is. Now, until unless he becomes a teenager, he, goes through all the path, and he realizes, we don't know when he'll realize. But without a father figure. So you don't know what his destiny is. Even then, I say, destiny is in your hand. It all depends on your karma, your hard work, what you do, how you do.
And you're here to help us.
Sorry?
And you're here to help us along the path.
Definitely. That is why you have the specific numbers. You can play with the numbers. The numbers which you are born with, they are your lucky numbers. Whenever you are confused, you don't know whether it is in shares or whether it is in, betting or whatever. I mean, you don't have to go there. I'm just giving you an example. There are other ways also, the other where you can use numbers. So always go with that numbers which you have got, personal numbers.
Sima, I think on that note, we've run a little out of time, but it's been absolutely wonderful. And I think it's been a learning experience to all of us to learn that, all is not lost. If you've got, the odds against you, things like just going back to good, healthy, vibrant color therapy, bit of Vastu, numerology. And the wonderful thing also is this entrepreneurship enclave that we have all started. We're all here to help each other. And Sima, certainly I look forward to having a session with you very soon.
If I may add one more thing, like guys, they say age is a number. Don't believe this. Age is... What you have to do is, like when I took part in this pageant, I tell you, I struggle like nobody's business because I was competing with the young girls, and I am like 54-year-old today. And I tell you, by the end of my training session, when I used to go go and sleep, just put my head in the pillow, I would realize that I have no legs. It was like that. However, if you need to beat that, you need proper diet, you need proper sleep, take all your vitamins properly, take all your supplements properly. At the age of 30, 35, you start doing that, then the age of 50, 55, you'll be rocking. So this is what I advise you. And one more thing I would like to say, the color combination also helps a lot if you have your favorite colors. Like, if you give me 3 pairs of shoes, 6 shirts, and 3 jacket and 3 trousers, I will give you a combination of 162 outfit.
Wow.
So the colors are very important. Try, like, if you have whatever you have in your wardrobe, just try to mix and match. You will get another outfit which will fetch you compliments. Yeah.
And on
Thank
that
you.
note, Sima, thank you so much. You're absolutely fascinating. Thank you, everybody, for giving us a patient ear. And on with the rest of the event.
Now, this is not the round of applause I want for Sima ji and for Sharon Prabhakar. A huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
So I would like to say that she had done one program on color, what was that? Color analysis. And from them, I started, working on the tree, the top is different. The other day you were asking me, she complimented, I said, no, all the 3 are different. So I learned from her and definitely it works.
Thank you, everybody.
Wonderful. And now it's time. I would request Sharon Prabhakar ji to kindly felicitate, and also Ms. Chaitali to felicitate Sima ji. Can I also please call upon Silky Kapoor on stage? May I please invite Silky Kapoor on stage?